In this video, I will discuss the Q4 FY25 result and Concall of Kalyan Jewellers. So, Kalyan Jewellers is a retail jeweler in India and Middle East. So, they have around 7% market share in Indian organized retail jewelry market, and they have total numbers of 388 stores, out of which 278 in India, 73 are candid showrooms, 36 showrooms are in Middle East and 1 in USA, and they have a 9 lakh square feet of retail space in India. So that is the retail area and company overview. And if we talk about the geographical presence, in India they are mainly present in non-south region. Around 67% of revenue comes from the north, east, west, and around 33% comes from the South India. They started their business from South India and then they expanded their business in the North India, North India, West India, and East India, and then they expanded to Middle East also. And last year they opened a showroom in USA. So that is the geographical presence, and yeah, they have 28% showroom in metro city and 72% of showroom in non-metro city. That is the company overview. And if I talk about the result of Q4 FY25, their sales grew by 37%. They are consistently doing above and around 35%, and in this quarter there is no difference, and they have done a sales of around 6,000 crore in this quarter, and as I said, the sales grew by 37%. And if I say the reason wise sales growth, is around, if I talk about the south, the sales grew by 29% year on year, and non-south grown by 48% year on year. So they have done extremely good in the non-south areas, and product wise sales, it is around 33% for gold jewelries and 48% for studded. And the company management said that when the gold price goes up, and it is now around 90,000 to 1 lakh mark, and when the gold price goes up, the studded jewelry are easy to sell, because the studded, if we see in a studded jewelry, diamonds and the stones gets around 40% of space in the studded, so the overall cost price comes down. That is why when the gold price is going up, studdeds become easy to push. So that is why the studded jewelry sales grown by around 50% year on year. So that is a good number. And if we see the studded part also, that is around 31% for this quarter. Last year that was 29%, so it have improved from the last year, and that is also a good thing for the business. If I talk about the sales guidance, the management did not give any number for the next year, but they have talked about that in the FY25 they have opened around 80 Kalyan showrooms, and for FY26 they will be opening around around 90 Kalyan showrooms. So if I cut down the SSG little bit, around I say around I if I take around 15% of SSG for next year, then also the 80 showroom number of 80 showroom will come next year. Then the 90 showrooms, addition of 90 showrooms, that will be in the game also. So maybe around again 40% of growth for the next year for FY26. So management did not give any number directly, but yeah, if we calculate, around 40% should be the growth. So that is their guidance. And now SSG, their SSG is around 21% for this Q4, year on year improved by 400 bps. So that is the SSG number. And gross profit margin, if we talk about the gross profit margin, then it is around 13.8% year on year, minus 60 bps. So the gross profit margin is around the right zone where it should be. And EBITDA number, if we talk about the EBITDA number, that have grown by 40%. So good EBITDA number, good EBITDA growth. And PAT, if I talk about the PAT growth, that is around 40% of PAT growth. I'm 36% of PAT growth. So it is good enough, because the sales have grew by 37% and PAT is around 36. There is the operating leverage is missing here, but yeah, it is Q4. That should be enough for the company, that the operating leverage is not there, but it is not really in a big gap also. As the Kalyan is growing their presence all over the India, operating leverage may miss in some kind of some quarters, but that should not be a big issue. So that is the point. And if I talk about the showroom guidance, in the last quarter they have said that they will open 90 Kalyan showroom, 80 candidate showroom. So yeah, the guidance is intact. So if we see, that is 170 stores in FY26, and the growth of store expansion is around 45%. And in this year they have opened around 135 showroom, and growth was around 53%. So yeah, the growth is intact, and they have increased the number of showrooms also, that they have opened around 135 showrooms in FY25, and they will open around 170 showrooms in the next year. So that is also good, absolutely fine. And the studded mix is around 31% for India, 31% for India business, and they are saying that the studded mix will remain here. It will not improve much, because they will open more showrooms in the tier 2, tier 3 cities of India, and the studded ratio goes up when the store is in metro cities. But in the tier 2, tier 3 cities, the customers prefers to buy pure gold products. So that is the thing with studded mix. So it is in a good zone of 31%, and the guidance is also for that. And if I talk about the Candid, in this quarter Candid reported a revenue of 28 crore, down from 36 crore last year this quarter, and so that is a negative point. And the PAT also minus 12 crore. Last year it was around minus 70 lakhs in Q4, and so that is a negative point of the company, that the Candid is not doing well. But yeah, in the Concall they have said that they will launch a pan India advertisement for Candid, and they are also expecting Candid to be profitable at the PAT level in this year also. So that is a good guidance. Let's see what happens, what not. So that is the thing with Candid. And if I talk about the valuations and the opportunity, if I see in the gold space, jewelry space, there is multiple players like Titan is growing about 25%. PN Gadgil is showing good result in the last few quarters, and but Kalyan, if I see, they are doing well, absolutely well and good, and they are, if I see the P ratio, that is also in a good range of 80x kind of. And the opportunities Kalyan is good enough. PN Gadgil, we have to see what the numbers are, what the operating level is with PN Gadgil. Titan, they are showing good results also, with a big base. That is the main point. But yeah, Kalyan, if we see the valuation, absolutely fairly valued, not in a overvalued zone like last year. So we have to see where the business is going, and the business is going in a right direction. So we have to see in the future also that where the business is going. Good business to track, and the business is doing well. So that's it for the video.